Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the elect, hopefully elect men. Today I'm going to be on Isaiah 32 and start at the top, verse 1. It says, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment." All right, and this is talking about Yahweh Shai and the prophet, his prophets, his men, right? The men that were given to him from Yahweh, right? It says, "And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." So right here, this is talking about the elect men and the value, right? Right now, maybe the women in Babylon, or wherever in this on the earth, they don't put value on the true value men. Your men your women, they don't believe that you're a prophet, right? They don't think that. Matter of fact, this truth separates you from women. All right, but when everything hits the fan and everything gets chaotic and crazy, and these 2/3 men, these heathen men, they all start being put to death, being judged by Yahweh Bashem Yashai. Well, guess what? That's when them women are going to notice your value, right? That's why you're going to be like a cover you're going to be a cover from the tempest. The tempest is a storm, right? Women are going to want that protection. Women are going to want that righteous man, right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And it's not just talking about any man here when we read this, all right? And let me get this other precept. It's also in Isaiah 13:12. It says, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." Okay? And it's like, again, it's not, when we're reading about this scripture, it's talking about the elect men. Starting out with the prophets, we are going to be the most valuable, precious things on the planet Earth, man. And you know why? Because, let me go to it. Isaiah 33:6. Everybody that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to start judging these heathen, these 2/3. You're going to see these men get put to death for their wickedness. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai he's only going to let the elect endure to the end, right? The elect are going to be saved. It ain't going to be the wicked 2/3 adulterous man who wants to fuck your wife. It ain't going to be the heathen that doesn't have no consideration for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are not in all his thoughts, as the scriptures, as it is written, you see. But look at this, Isaiah 33:6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, and the fear of Yahweh is his treasure." So what's going to be the stability of the times? The men who have wisdom and knowledge. That's what's going to keep us, that's what's going to keep our sanity. Everyone in planet Earth is going to see the most craziest time in the history of the earth, right? Let's get that real quick. Daniel 12:1. "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the sons of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." All right? That's talking about the elect, the remnant. Matter of fact, that word remnant, when you look at the definition, it means remaining. All right? So when the Lord starts killing off all these heathen, all these 2/3, people are going to realize And when I say people, I should say women. Women are going to realize who the true high value men are, who the men that they're going to be desperate to be with you, right? Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Meaning, oh, just let me be married to you. I just want to be married to you. I'm gonna handle my own clothing. I'm gonna feed myself. All I want to do is be married to you, to take away my shame. Because these hoes, man, that have walked out on men and been adulterous women and been out here being whores in the city, a harlot in the city, which that's a curse. Hey, they're gonna all reconsider. The Lord's gonna humble these bitches. Let's read that in Isaiah 3. It says, well, let's start at 25. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. So the military men are going to be killed off. The 2/3, the heathen men, they're going to die by the nuclear missiles, which are those swords. It says, in her gates, this is talking about the women, and her gates shall lament and mourn, meaning she's going to be crying and mourning, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. When you look into that word desolate, it goes into despair, helpless, hopeless, desperate, right? That's why when you read 4:1, you're going to have 7 women taking hold of one man, all right? So right now we're living in a time, they're not at this point. These women ain't desperate. These women can still go to the city and be whores and harlots, and they can get on the internet and make their money, showing off their junk, And it's like that's a normality in this society right now. But when a calamity hits, hey, these women are going to be humbled. And boy, I can't wait, man. I can't wait till these whores are humbled, man. Because, hey, in this society, man, I feel bad. I feel bad for the men, Because the women, hey, what's the scripture say? This prophecy has already been fulfilled. Let's grab this. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. All right? This means a woman's going to exceed a man. And women have more power than men in this society now. All right? These women, look at the married couples in America. The women are wearing the pants these days. The law, the society, the government, the vibration on this earth has taken away the nutsack of the men. Men can't even be men. Matter of fact, when you try to be a man and act like a man, they call it toxic masculinity, right? You have heard that term. Let me let me see. I'm just curious to. Let's see. Just through the Spirit. This is the definition of toxic masculinity. It says, a set of attitudes and ways of behaving stereotypically associated with or expected of men regarding as having a negative impact on men and on a society as a whole. And then it says what toxic masculinity really means. It says the dominant form of masculinity wherein men use dominance, violence, and control to assert their power and superiority. See that? So these women don't want to be controlled. These women don't want to be instructed. The women don't want to be told what to do. And therefore, the society has enabled them to this, where this prophecy is fulfilled. A woman shall compass a man. Right now, if a woman is married, she can go get on Facebook, post a little picture of her little body or whatnot, get all kind of likes from a bunch of men, her husband don't like it, but guess what? You can't say nothing because guess what? You're controlling now. You see, and that's just one example. You see it in politics, you see it in nature, you see it. I mean, it's not natural, but you see the way the human nature. The men, they can't say nothing to these women. They got a stupid ass lying phrase called "happy wife, happy life," which that's nothing but a bunch of bullshit, right? But anyway, let's get back to Isaiah 32. It says in verse 3, "And the eyes of them that shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly." And the stammerer is someone who stutters or pauses when they speak. You know, things are going to be changed, man. Things are going to be flipped back into order. And first, you got to take out these heathen. First, you got to take out these 2/3 for this stuff to start, emerging. Right? Verse 5: "The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful." So vile means filthy. Though these women, they're all filthy right now because they go around from jumping on the cock carousel, right? With no repercussions, no. The only repercussion is, which they don't see it, is that these women who do that mentally they're fucked in their head. They have no stability. They're loud. They're clamorous. They're combative, contentious. They don't know how to act. Whenever there's a small problem, they lose it. You see, vile, filthy. So these women who are vile right now, and these men, same thing. They're no more not going to be called liberal. They're not going to have all the freedom. These women are not going to have the freedom that they have right now. When these plagues start smashing the earth, right? It says, "Nor the churl said to be bountiful." And churl is a peasant, okay? "For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail." All right? This is just talking about hindrance, people who are speaking of Yahweh against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Those people are going to be, they're going to be, they're going to really be just desperate in these times. The ones that speak against this truth right now, yeah, they have the audacity and the pride and the arrogance to do it right now. But in that day, hey, those people are going to be in great suffering. You ain't going to be able to come against this truth because you know why? People are going to consider the truth when this world gets chaotic. All right? And the governments, the Lord put the Spirit on these governments to start, bringing this world to nothing, really. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where they're going to fire those missiles at each other. All right? Verse 7, "The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right." All right? And this stuff's all going to come to a halt. But guess what? They hate the men who speak right, uprightly. Right? Does not say that in, is it 5 and 10? Amos 5 and 10. "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly." Right? So these people don't like the truth. They don't like being told the truth. They rather be told soft words in their ears. They rather be told lies. They rather hang on to the lies that they've always been taught their whole lives. That's what they're used to. The truth hurts. You heard that term. That's what this is talking about. This truth hurts. All right? That's why a lot of our women, they've left us because why? Because the truth hurt. They couldn't even believe you. They couldn't even trust you when you came into this truth. You know? And it's a spirit Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai put on these women, So at the end of the day, we really can't even be mad at the women. We just got to accept that, hey, this is all the working and the doings of Yahweh. All right? He put the spirit on these women to rebel against this truth. You see? Verse 9. Oh wait. Verse 8. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. And here's the thing, these women are not going to rise up and they're not going to give ear to the truth. They're not going to listen to the truth. Not yet. Not until they're desperate. Not until they see all the death around them. Not until Yahweh Bashem Yahshai starts putting their kids to death, their family members to death, their husbands to death. Then these women are going to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? It's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. All right? The vintage means the old thing, the old ways. Right? So right now we're in those old ways where they can just get up on TikTok, breastfeed their kid on TikTok, which that shit happens all the time. That's some bullshit. Go on a Facebook, post their little validation pics. You know, they want to be validated by men on the internet. They can go to the city and go be whores in all the bars and clubs and you know, just being prancing around with no clothes on. This is the vintage that's going to fail. You ain't going to be able to do that. Women are going to be getting killed, murdered in the streets when they try to do that shit when the chaos comes. All right? You ain't going to be, women are not going to be, you know, able to walk around with their nipples hanging out and their camel toes showing or their ass cheeks showing, because guess what? You're going to be a target. There ain't going to be no 911 if some fucking mob jumps on your ass, starts running a train on your ass. You women ain't gonna be able to call the 911, 911. All right? Let me keep reading. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. There you go. You're going to be troubled. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats and the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So you're going to be crying, oh, I wish it was like the old days. I can't believe the days have come. We've come to this where there's no protection. You see why they're going to need a man? You see why 7 women are going to cleave to one man? And yes, that's what it is, desperation. You know? In that day, the men who you had, you know, you fucked them over, or whatever you did to your ex, your husband, your you know, whatever you did to your man, if he's a man of the elect and that day comes, hey, you better pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that he's even willing to take you back or even to deal with you. Because in that day, you got to understand, he's going to have a lot of fucking options. And you're the one who's going to be desolate on the ground. We read about you being desolate on the ground, hopeless. And I always picture that movie, Book of Eli, when that lady is in the desert, handcuffed to a grocery cart. And then Denzel Washington walks up and she's like, please, 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 take me with you. What does he tell her? Oh, man, you're going to be a hindrance to me. You're going to hold me back. You see? So you bitches are going to get humbled. You're going to take a big ass